we might just start. What was I going to do first? I think I was going to show you some things first, so we might do that. You caught a glimpse of this little butterfly that I'm going to use on my card. Well, that I have cut with the new, and it's available to customers, I think it's early next week. Is it March or is it available now? Gosh, I should have done my homework. If you can't get it now, I think it's March, it'll probably be Tuesday, March the 2nd, I'm pretty sure. So with this set, this bundle, you get two layers of dies. Now this one is all in one. This is particularly what I wanted to show you. These ones are the filigree ones, so you can use them separately. And you get this little one here too. They all match one of these butterflies. You get this. I've not used this yet, so I'm not quite sure what it does. Again, I should have done my homework. I think it cuts out little holes there, and I think this one would just emboss, or it might cut little slits. So I've been naughty, I haven't tried that out. And that one I imagine would cut little dots. I didn't have a reason to use those, so that's why I haven't done that. So what I plan to do, and here is the stamp set, which is another one of those all-in-one ones, and I nearly wasn't going to get it, but I'm so glad I did. I've got the sticker on it. It's quite, I've only used it the once, quite stuck to there. So what I plan to do, and I was going to show you tonight, but I've already stamped it, so you all know how to die cut, so I'm not going to worry about doing that. I'll just explain. If I put that on a plain piece, you'll know what I mean. What I plan to do is to stamp a whole bunch of these in just the black, die cut them. They will all get die cut together. That'll all go through together. And then when I'm doing a different project, I can just pick up one of my black and white butterflies and I can put colour to match my project. Isn't that cool? So that's what I'll be doing. And you also get, this paper is available from now until, but it's not going through. Those products I've just shown you are all going through into the new annual catalogue. I should have explained that at the get-go, shouldn't I? But this paper isn't. But I wanted to show you something with this paper. I'm probably going to have to order another pack of it, you know. So that's the double side of that. This is the sheet that I particularly wanted to show you. And this whole sheet fits this whole bit of paper. So you can die cut that through, which I have done for next weekend's class. Some of the girls will be doing butterflies and some will be doing sharks. I'll have to work out who to designate to. And there's 8 sheets. So I'm kind of debating whether I want to get another pack of that before you can't, because usually all of these products are until sold out. So I'll have to probably make up my mind during the week whether I want to get another one of them. So I'll just show you the other papers if I can. They're all the, and on the back of that, it's gorgeous colours on, like watercolouring on the back as well. So there's your 8 sheets of that. So you get one design like that with the tiny butterflies and the other splotchy one on the back. And then we've got more tiny butterflies and the, looks like Calypso Coral and Daffodil, I think, or it could be So Saffron. So there's another, oops, we're on the next one now, which is this one, more little butterflies, and you've got your Calypso Coral, I think it is, I'm just guessing, on the back. You can all see that. Hi, Belinda. Did not realise it was a long weekend next weekend till after I'd posted my class details. Oh well, I'll live and learn. And that's the next one. It's got the A lot of tiny little butterflies, isn't there? And these colours are beautiful. These are my colours. Just love those colours. And on the back, you've just got your, I think it's Bermuda Bay. I'm guessing. I could look at the, I can look at the thing on the back and tell you guys. It's basic black, Bermuda Bay, Blushing Bride, Calypso Coral, Just Jade, Magenta Madness, Mango Melody, Mint Macaroon, Misty Moonlight, Poppy Parade, So Saffron and Whisper White. So you've got a whole lot of colours. And there's the piece that I die cut, and I did my sample card for class next weekend. So not much waste, is there? But you could use this piece down the edge of your card, or this piece down the edge of your envelope. You can always use our scraps up. So there's a little bit of a preview for the annual catalogue. Like I said, this paper is not going through. I don't know why. I hope they had something similar in the catalogue. And we won't know that for a while. Oops. Oh, well, not a while. At the end of the month, we get the PDF that demonstrators can look at. And not too far behind, or at the same time, I think we get the retiring list. So I got this little idea. I often look through YouTube or Pinterest or wherever to get inspiration, and from Lost in Paper. I didn't actually copy her card because I couldn't see that we had, that Stampin' Up! Colours would actually, we could actually do that. But what I've done, you can see here, I meant to grab the circles out so I could show you. It's just our layering circles. Pretty sure that's the biggest. Anyway, you could use whatever you've got. You could use dies or you could use punches. So this is, and I didn't think you'd want to sit here while I die cut circles all night. So then she's got to work out how she's going to do this. If I look at my card that you guys can't see, I've kind of got to work out what I want to do with it. Doesn't really matter. Don't be too fussed on where you're getting the circles from. I wasn't really, she didn't explain where she was getting the circles from, so I didn't really worry either. I just thought if you leave a fair bit of room, I haven't on this one, that was just a scrap. I thought I'll just give it a shot and see if it works, and it did. So I went with that. It's just really layering your different colours. She had various shades of oranges and yellows, but we don't have that sort of a range in our colours. It wasn't a Stampin' Up! Lady. I think I already said that, didn't I? So I just wanted to, my other one's different. I think I like it better. So I think I'm going to go from this way. Might go over to the edge there. Just got to work out this myself. I had this all ready to go last Friday, and then I didn't get to go live. So something happened. Yeah, I think I want to do that. So look, without too much messing around, it's best to just go for it, isn't it? So I'm just going to stick that one in the middle. And if I mess up, don't I? You guys will forgive me, won't you? Just hope I'm putting it in the right spot, that's all. Now you can go wherever you want there. I'm thinking there. Yep, I'm thinking there. I don't think I did it this organised the first and only time I've done this. I did this last Friday, ready to go live, and then I didn't. So I'm just going by memory. So where did I go? I just want a little bit that side. So you can see like it's a circle that's getting wider. Then we're just going to trim off the excess as we go. So then that one can go there. Just a quick, once you've die cut your circles, it's pretty quick. Just a bit of a different idea. If you've got teenagers or guys, you could do it in manly colours that you haven't got the stamp, stamp sets that you want to use. You could just do this. I think I might want to, yeah, I think I might want to trim that. How are we going to do that so I don't trim off too much? Well, of course I want to trim it, but just wondering when did I trim it? And if, I reckon I might have done it on the trimmer. Looks like I've got, mine's different to mine. Looks like I've got more of that showing. Anyway, this one's going to be different. And I think I probably, I don't know, I think I like them all the same. I might stick this one on, but I might actually trim. Keep changing my mind, don't I? Have I got a bin? Forget something. I'll just trim this shabby looking edge off because we know we've got to trim it off anyway. This one trimmed off too. I don't want to trim it any further because then we'll have too many bumps. Or I could actually use it. Maybe I'll go a different way. Just trying to get something I'm happy with here. I'm just wondering if I can trim off. Of course I can trim that off because we're not going to see that, are we? If I trim off all these bits that are uneven, because when I stuck my other one onto the base, I had to kind of fill in with dimensionals because I had all these uneven bits. I'm just thinking, you always do it, well, hopefully I'm going to do it better the next time you do it. Hopefully I will. That comes over there a bit. Yeah, I think I like that. This is, I'm using the Celebration paper, the ombre one. I should have mentioned that. I'm using rich raspberry. Highland Heather, Rococo Rose, Highland Heather, rich raspberry, and this is rich raspberry, the rich raspberry piece of that paper. Lift that up because I don't want to cut my DSP because I think it's, well, I was hoping it was the right size. See where I mean? I've got a ledge there, so I need to build that up with some dimensionals. I think I'll use the darker ones and then they mightn't show as much. And then I'll just put adhesive on the rest of it. Otherwise you've got a uneven ledge. I don't know that there's another way to do it. so that you haven't got all these uneven pieces. Just don't want that sticking out there either, is it? No. Those bits are a bit narrow. I'll have to use one of my edge pieces down there. These are handy for these sorts of things. I'll grab another piece of that for down the other side. We should be all good. I knew I didn't cut my nails for a reason. I just need probably a tiny little bit in there. No, it won't matter if I do a bit there as well. Just make it so it's not all rickety. Just chop that there. Hopefully he'll slot in there. Take that off now. That one looks like it is sticking out there. I want to be able to shove it in. Sometimes you can just get your nail and shove that in there. Now this bit, I make that, yep, that can just fit snug like that, I reckon. Okay. Now just some multi-purpose glue on the rest of it. Oh, there's something sticky there, that's all right. Lucky it didn't stick. Ugh, I hate it when it sticks to me. Don't want it stuck to me. That worked out better than my first one, as it should. I've had a bit of a trial run. I thought that was crooked for a minute, but it's not, it's right. Now, we need our little butterfly. My first one, I used adhesive sheets on that, and then I wanted the filigree wings, I wanted them to flap up, so I had to, do you know how to get, when you've got sticky on something, and I find this a really handy tip, and I'm just going to try and use a little piece of that, and I'm getting sidetracked. Use your embossing buddy. I'll show you what I mean. This is our embossing buddy. If you use that on something that's got adhesive on it, it will take the sticky off. So that's what I had to do because I wanted my wings to lift up. I didn't want them flat. And now this silly glue isn't going to come out for me, is it? Oh, come on, I only wanted a little tiny bit because I was worried it might show on the vellum. Now it is a little bit, but just going to get my finger, and I'll regret this because now I'll have a sticky finger. Never mind. Left my little container in the other room. So then I just want that stuck there. So the wings can lift up. And I just want him, oh, I know what I've forgotten. I didn't put my, just as well I remembered before I put that. Would have been good if I'd remembered before I put the front on the card, but let's see how we go. So I'm going to use a different sentiment this time if it works. I didn't even try and see if it works or not. Just because this, I'm not sure what or who I'm going to give this to. What or who I'm going to give this to, I should say. So I was just going to use for you, and then you can put whatever you like in the centre. So why I want to use my Stamparatus is obvious, because if I mess up, I can stamp it again. Just always make sure that it's straight, and it's not. No, still not. I think that's straight. Let's see if it's in the right spot now. Yep, that should do. Here goes. I didn't even bring, oh yes I did, because I've got a bit of black on the platform. I don't want to transfer that to my card. The beauty of you using your Stamparatus, especially for coloured papers, is that if you don't get it dark enough, you can go in again and stamp it again, like I've just done. And it gives you perfect placement every time, because you can check on the lines that you've got to make sure. Oh, and you knew what I did, didn't you? How stupid. Anyway, I've showed you what not to do. So really, it should have gone that way. So I'm going to have to put a circle of something else in the middle of that. I don't know quite how I'm going to fix that. Too late now. I'm going to continue with the card, and I'm going to work out a fix and let you know. I was going to say I could put a... You can give me your ideas for fixing it. Yes, a big oops, Margaret. Did you know I was going to do that? Hi, Di. Because I can't really take that out. Actually, I could do a circle of pink and pop it up in there. Why don't I do that? Why don't I? It'll take me 2 minutes to find the blushing bride and the circles. Just a sec. Just checking it was blushing bride I needed. Yep. Let's see if this works first. Oh yeah, perfect. There we go. So these ones here are the ones I didn't use. So you can see that I've used the biggest one, the two biggest ones, and then the size 2 down from that, and 2 down from that. And I haven't used the smallest one. I hope that makes sense. Now, bring back my Stamparatus. And do another little trick, hopefully. It's not going to matter which way I have that now, is it? Just to make sure that's not got any black on it. Because I can turn it whichever way I want it. And if I hadn't stuck it down, I could have done that then. That's just another little trick for you. Probably another little trick we'll be doing next weekend, because we're using the whale set. So I might, depending on how organised I am, the whale, I mean the shark set. What you can do, if other demonstrators are watching, and you probably all know this, is you can die cut just the cardstock. Just concentrate on what I'm doing. And have, like, you would go ahead and you would stamp and die cut your shark, okay, and have the die lined up with the stamp. Then you would die cut a bunch of just say the white cardstock, and then leave your Stamparatus set up from where you had last stamped it. Then you just slot in, like I've got here, just slot in your shark pieces, and they should all stamp beautifully. And everybody should have a beautiful shark card to take home. That's what I'm hoping for, anyway. Could have, obviously, I'll quit while I'm ahead. I won't make that any darker. Just clean that off. A bit of black in there still. Okay, so get that out. Because you all thought, how's she going to use the Stamparatus now, didn't you? I tricked you. Then we can pop that in there. And I can even pop it in there straight. How about that? I could even pop that up, actually. That's what the lady did when she made her card. She popped all these layers up, but I thought that would be far too thick. But I actually might do it with, now that I've made a mistake, might just do it with the centre one, just to add a little bit of interest, see? Out of every mistake comes a creative opportunity. There's a little shark in there. Don't know what he's doing in there. I was probably looking for him one day. Off. Okay. Now making sure you've got your sentiments straight. There we go. And I think I want just a little, I could use a black one. I forget I've got the black ones, so I've got to use them where I can. And if we put the little butterfly just flying off there. And I did pop some of those opal rounds, I think they're called. Just for a bit of bling. Got to have a bit of bling. Actually like the smaller ones, but I better use some bigger ones too, otherwise that's all I'm going to have left. They don't pick up very well with these though, fine, the bigger ones. I could have used my other end, but because I've got this, I can use this. These are going to show a bit better on this colour cardstock too, colour DSP as well. I never know where to put these. I might have the bigger one up the top. I'll have a little one just about there. That'll do. Now we have to decorate our inside. And I was a little bit lazy and a little bit sneaky. Oh, haven't I done an inside? That's great. Well, that's all right. It's right enough. I can grab one. So yeah, of course I could have cut another butterfly, but I didn't want to. I just thought I'd just use a piece of this because I had it left over. And I wanted to use it for the envelope as well. But these pieces, because it's 6x6 paper, they were not quite big enough. So I found, well, I just did something that, oh, I don't think that DSP is straight. Never mind. Someone's getting a not straight DSP piece. How dare they complain? And they're getting a lovely handmade card. They won't even notice that, will they? Oh, it might be straight anyway. Not sure. My eyes are a bit funny lately. Might be why I'm due for an eye test. There we go. So we've got that. And then I've just got to look at my other one and copy a bit. What did I do? How did I do this? I do these things and then I can't remember what I did. No, I must have cut that diagonally with my trimmer, which I don't have with me. And then I must have done the same with that. Let's see if I can do it on this one, on the big one. Probably mess it up. Much easier on my trimmer. Oh, no, that'll work. And what did I do here? I'm not sure what I did there. It doesn't matter anyway. We can go without that piece at the top. It's where the stamp goes anyway. So we might just do this. Fold that in. We might just go with two pieces the same. Yes. I'll show you what I did on my other one next. There we go. That's like I've got that piece spare. So there's our little card, our matching envelope, our matching inside to write on whatever we want to write on. Looks like I've been a bit mingy with the glue. Didn't want it spreading out, splashing out, and then I haven't put enough. On both of those. Gives the recipient an idea that they're getting something a bit special inside, doesn't it? I've got glue on my envelope now. I've got glue everywhere. Mustn't put it on there or have it everywhere. I'll just show you my other one that I created with some brighter colours. And I did something a little bit different on the envelope. I don't even remember how I did that. I must have had a smaller piece left over. So I've done that, and I've done the same on the inside. This one's on a black. That one's on a rich raspberry. Is it rich raspberry? Oh, the paper is actually, pretty sure it's blackberry bliss, but this, it matches the rich raspberry, so that's what I've used. And it would go with the blackberry bliss as well. A lot of our colours mix and match with each other, so yeah. Thank you, Margaret, and thanks everyone for watching. I shall see you next week.